continued to violate
Give
all.
somebody a county year.
You're gonna let me talk. Okay, hold on.
Really, I mean, at this point in time, it don't matter anymore. It doesn't matter anymore. You made your decision and it doesn't matter. You just ruined my life. I was starting to do good. I had a good job. I had a good support system behind me, and all that is gone now. Mercy to me and me failing, like that was, I still hold that as a reminder in my head today that I don't want you to think that your mercy was extended in vain. I'm just grateful for your time today, and I do take accountability, and I accept whatever punishment you see fit.
Thank you. I think they were not going to get caught. Well, you made it about a year, picked up a retail fraud, and 8 of 15. Then for 9 of 15, you were back in trouble about a year later. Then, while that case was pending, you picked up another charge in Benzie County, and this was a set of felony charges. You had multiple probation violations there. Number 11 of 15, you violated bond again and picked up an aggravated assault. Number 12 of 15, this is where you picked up other charges while violating probation. In fact, you violated probation for use of meth. You did have about a 3-year gap until you picked up another set of charges, and that was just a jostling. But your probation was terminated unsuccessful in that jostling case. Why? Because 3 months into that probation, you picked up a home invasion, which was apparently pled down to a domestic violence. So you got repetitive acts of violence in your history. Looks like you made it about a little over a year before you picked up this case. And as we know, on it, you violated bond and picked up new charges. So definitely established a pattern to support the court with reasonable grounds. Now, it's not so much about, as I mentioned earlier, not about me as a judge, but when the court allows somebody to go to rehab, it does so because it cares and wants to give rehab, but I also do it to see how people behave and whether or not they're going to continue their previous patterns. So that's a problem. So what I see here is 20 years of the same types of almost 20 years of the same kinds of problems: violating bond, violating probation, acts involving drugs, acts involving crimes of dishonesty, acts involving violence. And the point here is it's not whether or not I give you the grace or this court gives you the grace. It's not because you've had lots of opportunities over several years of grace and opportunities, probation, and so forth. Now up to you to decide if you are going to take advantage of those opportunities and the benefits given to you. Absolutely. All right. The sentence in this case, court, is as follows. 1 second. I want to look up something. Also in the past, I see on that morphine case, which also had a tribal license suspended, 270 days. That was the end sentence after 110 initially, but after the probation violations. And then for the fentanyl case in 2016, my predecessor gave you 120 days only. So now I'm starting to look now I'm starting to look and say, when I look at your prior confinement periods, the question is has it been working? Well, in this case, the court assesses the standard $68 state minimum fee, $130 crime victims' right fund fee, a $300 court cost, a $500 fine, a $300 attorney fee. DNA was already available. There will not be any supervision. So there's no supervision fees. And the court sentences the defendant to a jail term at the top of the guidelines, which is 330 days with 35 days of credit. I do so because I've already covered all the reasonable grounds Every opportunity or grace has been provided to you and you've thwarted them over and over and over again. So, no,
Sorry.
it's all right. That's the sentence. There's nothing you're gonna say that's gonna make it better.
Just no treatment, another to continue to stronghold my treatment.
Yeah, well, they have people who come to the jail. You're not gonna be placed on probation. You're telling, just as Mr. Nago said, you're at that level where next time you're looking at presumptive prison cells on felonies, at least for drug charges. And you've had the opportunities and you rejected them. And it's your issue, not mine. It has nothing to do with this court. That's the sentence of the court. Have I missed anything, Mr. Blazak?
Are you making it work release?
I don't believe so, Your Honor.
Mr. Denon? Madam Clerk is going to bring out to you, ma'am, 2 copies of one document. You're going to place your initials on the first copy. Doing so neither elects nor waives any rights. It merely acknowledges your receipt to the copy of the document. This document tells you that you have the right to file an appeal in your case. Based upon the plea, any appeal must be done by filing an application for leave to appeal and not a claim of appeal by right. Now, if you choose to file an application for leave to appeal and you want the court to appoint an attorney to assist you, you may complete the bottom half of the document and return to the court within 42 days. If you choose not to appeal, you may simply dispose of your copy of the document. Any questions, Mr. Niegos?
No, Your Honor.
All right, thank you all very much. Ms. Sims, I do want you to use your time effectively. I'm hoping that the words I choose, not that everybody pays attention to them, sink in. You're at that level now where there is nobody else. I'm sorry?
It just upsets me because it's for my dead dog's tramadol. I'm getting the county in.
No, hold on.
Yes,
You're not.
that's what's upsetting.
Just a second.
I don't even have it in my possession. And because of my past history from 12 plus years ago. That's what's upsetting.
Yeah.
I'm losing my job. I'm gonna lose everything
Because of what?
because of my past history.
Yeah.
People change, Your Honor, and I have changed. A past history, the fentanyl charge wasn't even a fentanyl charge. I got larceny in a building.
Okay.
This is for past history, and I had my dead dog's tramadol. I don't even know how it's illegal for me to have a prescription of my dead dogs anyways. This whole thing makes no sense to me. I'm just in shock right now.
Okay. I understand that you're just in shock, but this is not just because of your past history. This is because your pattern and because in your pattern, you continue to demonstrate. You continue to violate bond. You continue to violate all.
Somebody a county year.
You're gonna let me talk. Okay, hold on.
I don't really, I mean, at this point in time, it don't matter anymore. It doesn't matter anymore. You made your decision and it
Yeah.
doesn't matter. You just ruined my life. I was starting to do good. I had a good job. I had a good support system behind me and all that is gone now. So it was like, what was the point? What was the point of me trying to change? This is why people don't change, because when they do, things like this happen.
We're very calm today, which is something I'm working on. Every judge has to work on it, and that's okay. If you want to blame me, Ms. Sims, that is perfectly okay. It's directed in the wrong direction. No, nope, stop.
You don't care, I know.
Okay.
Can we please go?
You may leave because I'm about to add 60 more days to your sentence. We're adjourned.